I am Hassan Mansaray. I'm doing a review on the book titled Scar Tissue, written by Michael Ignatieff. My subject is social and cultural perspective on public health. My degree is Master of Public Health and Master of International Development. I'm doing this in the Trobe University. Scar Tissue is a fiction written by Michael Ignatieff, which is about a common human search for an answer to a critical health condition. It is a work undertaken by a man curious to make a breakthrough, both spiritual and scientific notions about certain illness. This man, a middle-aged man, who is a professor, is distressed about the behavior of his mother, whom he loved very dearly. The mother was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. The professor and his elder brother are very eager to find out cure to this illness. The writer also wants to really trace the family history and to know exactly the cause, since the grandmother also suffered the same mental problem before passing away. Michael is also telling a generational story, which briefly begins with his great-grandmother to the grandmother, the family he grew in, and his own family, which includes the wife and 2 children. The great-grandmother, Annie MacDonald, had 3 daughters, and one of them, called Nitty, was his mother. Nitty also gave birth to the writer, Michael, and the elder brother, a neuroscientist. Summary. According to the writer, his mother was a nice woman when she met his father. Her hobby was painting. She used to make paintings of them at home. The mother and father were happy couples, living together until the day they had that terrible accident, which was allegedly caused by the writer. It was a family accident, and the mother was the one who was seriously hurt, according to his elder brother. However, the book tells us that the writer showed more love for his mother than his father. The father was a Russian migrant to America. He worked very hard to educate his 2 children. Things really changed when the wife developed a mental problem. He used to do all the domestic work and also to take care of his sick wife too. Sadly, the father died within the course of the mother's illness. And his death, the writer blamed on himself, because during the period when the father was in serious trouble, the writer had left him, and before returning home, he met his father had already passed away. With the deep love the writer had for his mother, he immediately transferred to his parents' house after the death of his father, leaving his wife and children behind. He now does everything for his mother, even to the extent of washing and dressing her. After staying with her mother in the house for some time, leaving his wife and children behind, and do not even have time to go to work, he contacted his brother so that they can carry their mother to the aged care hospital. They did so with the hope of still finding cure for their mother, who was known to have scar tissue in the brain. As days go by, the writer's neuroscientist brother still tries to provide hard scientific understanding, which of course gives no solution to the misery of their mother's mental disorder. But on the other hand, he gives information about it. And the writer too did not relent in his quest to find a solution to his mother's illness. He did a lot of research, but they had no clue. This man is still by his mother because, according to him, the mother needs help and only he can provide it as of now. He carries her in a wheelchair for all tests and the daily physiotherapy in the hospital. Since he wants to be very close to the hospital, because he didn't want to miss his mother's love or even want to miss his mother's timetable for the hospital, he eventually persuaded his brother for him to sell their parents' house so that he can find a house closer to the hospital. Moreover, he wanted them to use part of the money from the sale of the house to offset their mother's medical bills. Following this development, the writer now completely abandons his wife and children, and also his work. He has no money with him at this time also. He is now concentrating on his mother. Since he has always been alone, his mind caught a nurse by the name of Miranda. Miranda was a kind and very gentle nurse. She was very nice to his mother. Miranda was from Mindanao in the Philippines and has a soft-spoken Asian accent. Moreover, the writer said that Miranda was the only nurse who can dialogue with his mother and understands what her needs are. Because of her intelligence and great understanding she manifested towards his mother, the writer fell in love with her, and they stayed together for some time. After going through these long and difficult ordeals, her mother still could not survive the sickness, and she later died. Added to that, the writer's wife and children did not accept him again. The reason being, the children said they had missed their father for so long, so they don't need him again. As far as I'm concerned, this book is a very nice book and is humane. The author really tries to study the causes of dementia and how it affects someone and relates it to the Koenig, the famous American painter who developed the same disease but yet continued to paint. He also looked at what dementia has done to him, in sight of the fact that his own mother no longer recognized him as her son. My concern here is that whether it is morally ethical on the part of the writer to totally ignore his own family for the love of his mother.